Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Property Management 101, and today we'll be discussing the best practices when a staff member is out on PTO or when the office is closed outside the norm. If you've not already done so, please watch my disclosure video as well as my why I do this video. If you find this video helpful and learn something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Now, these best practices would apply to all forms of property management: commercial, single family management, multifamily, conventional, etc. So here are my 3 best practices when a staff member is out or when the office is closed. Number 1, communicate. I would recommend start to communicate up to 90 days prior to this event and make sure all your staff members are aware, potential residents, vendors. Make sure you ensure you include everyone on this information. I would recommend adding these dates to your email signatures, add it to newsletters. I would put flyers up in common areas of your property or office. Make sure for those days when that staff member is out of the office or when the office is closed, there's an auto reply set up within the staff's emails. I would recommend adding a banner to your website and your contact page on your website. Ensure that right before and right after that all voicemails are followed up with and all emails are addressed, especially general phone numbers and voicemail boxes, as well as general email account. One recommendation as well regarding this item, I would ensure too that if your PMS software has the ability to black out certain dates. Some of the software out there has this feature where you can black out certain dates. So if a resident tries to apply with a move-in date on a date that you're closed, I would recommend taking advantage of that because that can prevent someone who may try to schedule a move-in date, very late or shortly before and not being caught. It may be able to avoid that situation from occurring. Number 2 best practice for when a staff member is out or when the office is closed is to ensure the person who's on call is ready for these dates and aware. Oftentimes when an office is closed outside the norm, those individuals on call get a little bit extra call volume because staff or potential residents or residents are calling the on call expecting the office to be open. This is important that they're aware of this, that when you'll be closed so they can anticipate and plan for those dates that the office is closed. Ensure that anyone who's on call has an updated vendor list as well as a staff contact list before these dates as well. And the last best practice I have for when an office is closed outside the norm, when a staff is on PTO, is your schedule. There's really a lot of things you want to confirm that are not occurring on these days that a staff member may not be there or the entire staff may not be there. Number 1, ensure that there's no one scheduled to move in that day or shortly before that date. So in the event that someone moves in a day late, you would want them to be aware that the following date or following dates, the office is closed or the individual they're working with will not be there. You want to ensure that anyone that has a scheduled move out date is aware of that situation, as well as you want to make sure that if someone's scheduled to move out maybe a day or 2 after, that they're aware that you're closed as well. So in the event they were planning to turn in keys early, that they can make any accommodations or that they need to make. You also want to make sure that if you do have anything scheduled with vendors, so let's say a vendor would come to do a regular cleaning in your models or your offices or your common areas, you want to ensure that any type of regular routine that your vendors work at your property, could be landscapers, could be cleaners, could be painters, that they're aware of these dates or that staff member is out as well, just to make sure that there's proper coverage or there's any type of rearrangement with the schedule. So that is it. So one more reminder, if you like this video and found something helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And happy leasing.